anniversary of Castlevania, but I got a little late. This year is the 22nd year, but I think it's still good to make it as a big festival, and I brought this title out.
こちらの、オーダーウェイクレーションとジャッジメントですが、2つとも、GC ショーの会場の方でですね、プレイヤブルで展示しておりますので、楽しんでいただければと思います。
Well, both titles for the DS and also for the Wii, for the Judgment, we have a playable actually at our Konami booth here in GC. So I hope that everyone drops by our booth and plays the title.
それとですね、明日からですかね、12時から、ステージショーもありますので、そちらの方も、来ていただければと思います。
Also, I'm planning a couple of stage shows in our booth, so I'm pretty much sure that you would like to join Konami booth and drop by.
以上です。Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Iga, I would just like to stick with Castlevania Judgment just for a couple seconds. Why did you actually come up with the idea of creating Castlevania a fighting game that you just mentioned?
ですね、Wii で、今回アクションゲームを考えたときに、キャスロニアのシリーズというのを1時間2時間没頭して遊ぶことが多いと思うんですね。で Wii のコントローラーでどうしてもムチを振りたかったというのがありまして、で1時間2時間振るのはかなり疲れるので、区切って遊べるゲームをちょっと考えまして、今回このようなタイプにしました。
Well, the main reason is that when I was working on the Wii, I really wanted to use that controller and use it as a whip and play. But I know that most players play Castlevania games for over an hour or maybe 2 hours at once. But if you play an action game using that controller for an hour or two, I know that everyone's hand will get really, really tired. So I thought I would change directions.
Alright. So was bringing in that new controller also the biggest challenge that you were facing when developing this new title?
はい、大変だったんですが、一番最初にそのコントローラーついてくるコントローラーで遊べるというのは僕の中の絶対条件でしたので、大変でしたけれども、うまくできたと思います。
Well, yeah, it was very challenging, but you know, my goal is always for that platform when that controller, the default controller, I have to make that default controller work for any title that I bring out. And it was a challenge, yes, but I think I made it quite well.
Well, we're going to talk a bit more about it in our stage shows, which are going to be taking place. Do you know exactly when? Do you have the schedule in mind?
明日以降ですね、お昼の12時からお昼ご飯の時間ですけど、皆さん頑張ってきていただければと思います。
Well, from tomorrow onwards, every day at noon. I'm sorry it's lunchtime, but I hope you have a late or early lunch so you could catch my show every day from noon.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Iga, and thank you very much, Aki Saito, for translating. Well, ladies and gentlemen, another Konami legend will be celebrating its 10th anniversary in 2009, so this is coming up next year. And it's a small, creepy city that keeps and still kept in the past a lot of characters away from digesting their past. And of course, there's another couple going on. So let's have a sneak look at Silent Hill at 2008.
Josh! Don't let me fall!
All he looks for is me.
Where's Josh?
Oh, he's gone. Everyone's gone.
I am the key. I hold the answers. I am the answer.
a very scary impression of Silent Hill Homecoming. And with me now is the associate producer from the US, and this is Tom Hewlett. Welcome on board. How are you doing, Tom? Yeah, you just told me a couple of minutes ago this is your first time coming to Germany, right?
It is my first time in Europe.
First time in Europe, actually, that's what you said, and you were kind of, you were kind of surprised that people don't drive on the left-hand side here, right?
Yeah, I looked down from the plane and I saw that they were all on the right side, and I was quite shocked.
Well, at least you don't need glasses, you saw it from the plane, that's good. Well, so Tom, tell us a little bit about Silent Hill Homecoming. Why is it Homecoming?
Well, it's called Homecoming. It's called Homecoming for a number of reasons. One, it's the 6th title in the series. It's been a while since the title's been on consoles. The previous title, Origins, was on PSP. Also, it's about Alex Shepard. He's a young man who's been discharged from the military, and he's coming home to his town of Shepherd's Glen. And of course, he finds that things aren't exactly as he left them, and there's some scary stuff going on. He's looking for his brother. And so his journey will take him through his hometown into Silent Hill. And so it's kind of a return to Silent Hill for players.
Yeah, what new features did you bring in this, into this new series?
Well, we really wanted to focus on the combat system. In previous games, it wasn't really the focus, so we wanted to beef it up a little bit. So the focus is still going to be on atmosphere and frightening the player and searching, but the battle system will be a lot more rewarding. So there's strong and weak attacks, and you can chain them, and you're able to dodge the monsters more effectively. But of course, if we give you more abilities, we have to give the monsters more abilities too. So you saw in the trailer, there's a lot of scary-looking, huge monsters. And they can do some damage if you let them. So you really have to take advantage of the new combat system to escape.
Yeah. Well, actually, the part that made Silent Hill so famous is probably the atmosphere, you know, that you're experiencing in each individual game of Silent Hill. So how do you achieve this atmosphere, or how did you keep up with it, you know, in this new Silent Hill Homecoming?
Well, of course, we use the next-gen console abilities to bring out the graphics, and there's more areas. There's a bigger variety of areas, so there's more things to scare you. But also, of course, we have the music has always been a key element of the series, and so we have Akira Yamaoka, the composer of all the previous games, returning. He did an original soundtrack for this game. So working the music with the graphics and the larger stages, the better AI, really will increase the fright factor from the previous games.
Yeah, so what consoles, what systems is it going to come out for?
Well, we all know it's going to be on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, but I also like to announce today, for the first time, that we're also doing a PC version. And it'll be available in November in Europe alongside the console title.
All right, sounding good. So take this down. PC version available in November. Tom Hewlett, thanks a lot for joining. Thank you. Well, as all of you know, ladies and gentlemen, Konami is well known as the founder of music, games, entertainment. And Dancing Stage will be presented on the show floor at our booth with 2 new versions for PS2 and the Xbox 360. But besides that, we'd also like to introduce you to an exciting all-new concept, which simply takes game experience, music gaming, and music band playing to a completely new level. This is a rock revolution, how we would call it. So please welcome from the US, the associate producer of Rock Revolution. This is Nice Tater, the one with the nice shades. Where are your shades, buddy? Hey, well done. All right, Nice. You're going to perform on this, on those drums here. You brought your drum sticks along. So what makes Rock Revolution so special and also so realistic?
One of the things that we really concentrated on was really challenging musicians to create music data. Instead of just some random guy saying, I'm going to create data, we actually have professional guitar players, professional drummers that created patterns that are very realistic. So when you play, you actually learn patterns so that if you were to take it to a real drum set, you could actually learn the rhythm of a real drum set.
Yeah, what actually you name it? Well, this drum set actually come with it, so it's a hard and software-based game.
Absolutely, yes. There will be a standalone as well, and it will be released with the bundle so that people can really enjoy it.
Yeah, would you still consider it just a game, or do you think you could also pick up some, actually some instrument skills from playing the game?
I absolutely think you can pick up instrument skills. I was trained as a saxophonist, but I can take the skills that I've learned on this drum kit and actually go play jazz drums with my friends, which is really cool.
All right, nice. I think we should give it a try. You want to? All right, 90 seconds is yours. Go ahead.